Well, I've been back to the junkyard twice now, and I found enough parts to play with this little guy here again. A couple motor, a couple suspension parts, We got some clips. We got a front shock. We get to take that one apart again. A couple of fuses, another bushing, a power steering pump. You take the nose of the motor off again a little bit. A rear window and a tail light. I think this might be as good, or I'm not sure. We got another lower suspension arm, which means the other side, which is good. We got a better valve cover than the last one we tried, which we know we should be good with. We got kill some more brakes and a belt, tie rod and a tie rod end, which that's good. And we got an intake, so we get to kill that part. And I got to drain the oil to put a rod cap in it, and we get a bad battery, and we get to take the other muffler. And these two I've had in my inventory the whole time, so yeah, I think that's as bad as it's going to get. Plus, once a part gets down to 17, it's pretty much 15, whatever. That's as low as it's going to get. So let's start with the rear window and a left tail light. Yeah, I think the left tail light was good. 62, so we didn't kill it by much. 66. I mean, 2 points, I guess. And seems them are parts that I already have pretty damn good in my collection. I'll just get rid of them. Let's see, anything else we can do out here? No. We can go under the hood. Alright, so this was question 65. Good. Alright, so we'll pull this thing off here. A couple of the clips. I think one's already been changed, so yeah, that's a 15. We can pretty much leave that right where it's at. This one we don't know. 61. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, see, we can put either one of these on there and the value won't change any. Alright, let's throw this on, throw the battery back in. Then we can do a power steering pump and a belt. Alright, now we can tear this part again. It shouldn't be too bad, just a few parts here. Get a pretty nice power steering pump out of the deal. Yep, 73, that's pretty nice, man. I'll take that any day. Oh yeah, real nice belt. I don't know how much it's going to hurt the value since it's just a small, inexpensive part, but oh yeah, I got to drain the oil. Okay, so we've swapped all of that and that. 2 fuses, a red and a tan. And that's it for up here. Okay. So we go over there. Pull a red and a tan. I was going to say, I thought we swapped. Yeah, we swapped both of them already. So we just swapped the red one and call that good. Alright, drain some oil and pop a rod cap and redo some front suspension goodies. Put some oil back in it. Rod cap. Would have been nice to find a few of them, but no, only found the one. I haven't found any valves or rockers yet, so push rods or rockers. No headers either. Kind of waiting for a set of them. Boy, there's some nice looking pots on there. I'm pretty sure we'll be back under here, so I'm just going to do without putting the oil in it for now. If we get ready to go to the track, it'll remind me. I'm pretty sure of it. Alright, so we'll take this one off. Take this one off. Ooh, I can pull it off. Good. Although I think I gotta pull the tie rod end anyway, don't I? That means tire. Yeah, I have an outer tie rod and inner, so. Alright, we'll just zip. Hope you don't mind the fast time lapsing for that little short section. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough to keep it from being super annoying. And we got a dead one. Oh, that was actually a good one, but whatever. We swapped one for one. Alright, them are in. We gotta do the shock. Put that back in there. Put that one. That one. Alright, let's go do the shock first. At least this little tool isn't too bad. I mean, it's pretty quick. Oof. I hate running into stuff in my shop. Well, we reduced the value of that one pretty good. Let's just double check. Any other suspension goodies? No, we're done with that. Oh, we have a caliper. Or a cylinder. That should hurt the brakes pretty good. And brrr. Alright, so that's done. Everything else, now we just got the intake. Oh, and a muffler. Intake and a muffler. Oh, nice, we get to take this one. Alright. Drop her down. Get to see how nice these carbs are. Sadly, I have to put them all back on there at the moment. Until I find some junkers, which do spawn quite often. At least the intake will be done, and we'll be quite a ways under power from where we were, I think, just from the intake. It's not a big thing, but it's something. Still think them tires are going to keep the grip level up enough to where it's going to be hard to get over 2 minutes. I just think that's going to be the case. So what do you all think of this reduced to ashes series? Turning a good car into a not so good car? Alright. Wouldn't mind all of that. Some pretty nice looking parts right there. Alright, I think that's all I have for under here. Everything's yellow to here, so that means we've pulled all that off of there. This is already whatever, and so is that. And these, like I said, were already here, so there we go. Other than putting oil in it, I think I'm going to go back to the yard a couple more times, and we'll do this again. So I'll be back. Hello, and welcome back to Racing Rubbish with Reduced to Ashes. As you can see, we have here our Bolt Roulette that we bought pretty good condition at the auction, and we are trying to kill the value. To recap, we have lost over $8,000 so far. I think we had like $1,000 profit to start with, and we have swapped out a few good bits so far. We have a long ways to go. And for this, the main rule is we do not change the block, the pistons, or the head, or the crank. Pretty much everything else is up for swapping. Interior was pretty quick and easy. Body parts are quite common. Not all of them, but quite common. And I have been back and forth to the junkyard a few times and have managed to come up with a lot of stuff to swap again. And as you can see, 4 spark plugs in a row. That means I bought a car. It had some plugs. I pulled them out. Yeah, we'll make them work. And I think there was a few other things from another car that I pulled off somewhere. But anyway, let's sort by name. It doesn't take an air filter. We already have the battery swapped out. Doors looks like the worst one. We'll take the worst one. So we'll swap in the driver's door. See if we have a mirror. Swap in the worst one. And a 17. We'll swap in the worst one. Alright, so it looks more like shit already. What a deal. Let's see, let's go body here. We've stopped that and that. Now we have 2 options here for the front fender. A 57 and an 86. If the part that's on there is worse than 57, we will put the 86. If it's better than 57, we will put the 57. It's worse. That sucks. So 15. Alright, so we put the better one on there. Now, you might be wondering, why would we want to take and reduce this ash to lose profit and then put something better on it? Because these are the parts we find in the junkyard. And if we find them, we got to put them on the car. So now we get to do the right window and fender. Right window and fender. That was a 67. This one was junk. Well, now we go to an 81. Well, now we've added more value back into the damn car, which makes it a little harder to kill the profit, which is the whole point, killing the profit. All right, we get to switch the hood and both headlights. We gotta get out of assembly. There we go. And I think that's what was in there, wasn't it? I mean, everything's condition-wise was right in that 60s range. So, well, I gotta put a good one in there. And I know this one had a hole, which is better than what was there. Let me see what we had for headlight there. Okay, so this is the one that was in there. We got to put the better one in. That does suck. But there it goes. Killing profits. Dang it. Or making profits. Alright, so that one and that one get to go, and that one get to go. We know we just swapped the driver's side one, so that one can go. Right now, is it above or below 75? Kill the assembly mode. That one is 58. So if that was, oh, we got a dead one, which is a lot worse. That's only going to help a little bit, but it will help. Alright, right tail lights. We have a 14 and a 17, so obviously we would go with the worst one. So windshield is a 10. That already looks pretty bad. 17, well, it's worse. And I think we also had a rear window. That's a 44. This is an 18. And I believe we have a right tail light. That is an 18. And we have a 14. So that hurts a little bit. It might not seem like much, but in the end, it will actually damage the value of the car pretty good. Oh, we have a trunk. And we already swapped the windshield. And then these two are for my other car. So a 41 and a 90. And that is at 75. So we get to kill it. Yep. Much worse than a 70s. Alright, so that will take care of the body panels. Transmission. I know we already changed out the gearbox, but we do have a drive shaft and a pressure plate. So let's send this thing up in the air because we have quite a bit of work to do underneath before we get to the motor. So let's start here with the drive shaft. And all the while, this is hurting my experience level stuff, which is not too big of a deal. And if you're astute enough to know how much experience we had at the last episode, you might also notice that it's quite a bit higher. I've been buying junk cars and snagging parts and adding parts on to create a value. Let's see, yeah, pressure plate, that's where we are. Alright, so we put the pressure plate on, which is worse. I think we've hurt the value of the transmission. Okay, so the 15 is what we have originally, which is worse. Going to a 17, actually going all the way up from 15 to 19 ain't going to change the value even by $1. So it makes no real difference to put a 17 in there. And drive shaft, we can hurt this thing some pretty good numbers. And a muffler. Hey, I believe I have one of them. And this one is a 19. Oh, I have an 18 and a 12, so we can swap them both. Oh, that was the nice one. That's not what we want. Okay, so we go 18 and 12. There we go. That'll hurt that. We got a lot of work to do up there, so let's go back here first. I believe I have a 1 or 2 leaf springs and some brackets, so we will swap them out. Those are pretty bad. That one's pretty good. Can you get there? Alright, and this is a 13. Yeah, I got two of them, so we get to swap out both leaf springs and both plates, unless the other one is better than 19. Okay, yeah, we got to put both of those back in. And we got small rubber bushing too. Nice. Clearly one of them was already bad and the other one was really nice, so now they're both pretty bad. Let's climb over this way, and we will do that again. These ones were pretty bad. And these ones were pretty bad. And this is a 16. I think I have one that might be worse than that. Might have both, I think. And oh, just the one. It's only a 15. Not much of a difference, but I found it. We have it. We'll put her in there. All right. So both of the leaf springs are taken care of. And the plates. And these are the bushings that were in there. And I can't just move this stuff around on the car. I have to stay with the worst stuff that's in there as best as possible. Switch any new items in better or worse condition. Alright, I think that settles all of this. Not where I wanted to go. And these are A's. I do not think I have any of them. I think we left the oil out of it. Worst case scenario, I get charged 50 bucks for making a mess. No mess. Good deal. Good deal. No mess. Get out of my way, frame. Alright, so transmission goodies have been changed. Oh, we have a middle muffler too. And that one is red, and that one's 18. We'll pop that one out. Yeah, we'll swap that one in there. Why not? Alright, let's see what else we have here for the motor. We have... Okay, 1, 2... Okay, let's sort that by name, because that makes that a lot easier. 3 caps. And 2 bearings. Alright, 3 caps and 2 bearings is actually pretty good. And we're just going to start over here and work our way over. One more cap, one more bearing. As you can see, we've been in here once before. Alright, I get to put that junkier stuff back on. Now the rule with motor parts is they have to be above 15 so that they do actually still run. They cannot be just dead junk stuff. They have to actually be functional. Because the car has to remain a running driving car. And we're also testing to see how much lap time we lose. And not exactly sure where we were at on lap time, but I know we could definitely lose more. Alright, I think that's it for there. As far as the bottom end of the motor goes. Swap them. The rest of this is all up top. Yes. Alright. Let's see. It says brakes. Both rear brake shoes. I think we had swapped one, but I can pull the tires and swap both back brake shoes to make sure. And then we get into all this fun stuff. Alright, so we got a dead one and two decent ones. Okay, let's kill the best one. We got two ARs, so both of them have to come out. A knuckle. Oh, both knuckles. Good. And I do believe this is the right one. Letter E. Yep, cross member E. Good, good. We get to kill that. These we just swapped out the rear. Another tie rod. That was the rear shocks. So we can kill that. Solid axle, which means I will be pulling that brake out anyway. A B-link and, oh yeah, a few hubs. I'll keep those handy just because they are handy. Alright, well, I'm going to pull both front tires off of here. Well, I'll pull all four tires off, so